What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose, also known as JD on Twitter, and today we will be grading and recapping the 2021, well, the second half, because I already began the first half. We're going to do part 2 of grading and reviewing the New York Jets draft class, and we are going to be starting today with the linebacker slash safety, the hybrid guy from Auburn, Sherwood. This dude is an animal, and how Joe Douglas would try to describe him, a junkyard dog on the defense. Now this guy, he's a grown man, he's an absolute bruiser. He gets people injured when he has to. Go check it out. I'm gonna roll the clip right now. You can go check that out, because this guy's an absolute animal. He is likely to play the position that Keanu Neal, who the Jets were looking to sign. He's going to probably play that position, the weak outside linebacker, I believe it is. And he's very good in coverage. He's an all-around great player, and he could be a really nice toy for Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator that we have, and Robert Saleh. Now his measurements are 21 years old, 6'1". Well, you could 6'1", 3/4", so you could round that off to 6'2". 216 pounds, 15 a bench press, 36 vertical, and he ran a 4.75 unofficial 40 time. Pretty good measurements right there. He had 75 total tackles this past year, with 1 sack and 3 pass deflections and 2 forced fumbles in 11 games. I love it so far. I gave him an A- because I thought that we really needed a player like this, a very nice hybrid player. Perfect. Now the Jets went out and drafted another Michael Carter, but this time the cornerback from Duke. I'm gonna call him NCMC Squared. He is a very nice player to have. He sticks onto the receiver like glue, and he's just a very lucky dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's at the right place at the right time. Now you're like, oh, but you know, he has to rely on luck. That's not the best thing. I understand what you're trying to say. I understand that 1000%. But when we go against teams like the New England Patriots, I always notice that, oh my goodness, the ball's in the air. Come on. Oh, but it's caught by the New England Patriot guy, and he runs that back for a pick 6. That's not good. Now when it's the Jets' opportunity to do that, oh my goodness, it's in the air. Can the Jets recover it? Oh no, incomplete. Just saying, if we could get a guy that's there at the right place at the right time, then maybe that'll do wonders for this defense. Now, as I said, he has well, no, I haven't said this yet, but he has great ball placement, hand placement when he's covering the receiver. Like, for example, if the guy's trying to make a leaping catch, he's gonna get his hand in there and just punch the ball out. He's really good when doing it, and it causes his pass deflections to go insanely up the roof. Now he's 22 years old. He's 5'10", 184 pounds. He ran a 4.36 40 time with a 35.5 vertical. I really like it so far. His stats are 41 total tackles, 28 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, ran back for 33 yards. He had 8 pass deflections. That's what I'm talking about. 8 pass deflections. Now that gives me to give him a B+. I really thought it was a nice solid pick, but I was iffy on going back to back with defensive backs. I didn't think that was necessary, but hey, Joe Douglas, you do you, man. I'm all on board. All gas, no break. Now, with a 5th round pick, the New York Jets selected the first cornerback that we've selected from Pitt since a certain somebody, Darrelle Revis-Island. We drafted Jason Pinnock. That is the first pick corner that we've drafted since Darrelle Revis. I just want to draw that little line there. I don't know if it means anything, but Jason Pinnock flew under the radar heavily this year. Everybody was talking about how he has terrific size. He could be the great outside cornerback that we've been, needing for a long time. And he's very stocky. He could cover and he could rush on defense. And I believe that Saleh and Ulbrich will have lots of fun with this guy. Just like all the rest of these guys. All these guys, that the defensive backs, they're just new toys for Saleh and Ulbrich to just develop. He could be a steal, and he jumps really high. Like, he jumps really high for interceptions. I'm going to play this one play, and it's just ridiculous how high he jumps. I thought it was awesome. Now, Jason Pinnock's college career, he had this past year, he had 20 tackles, 17 solo tackles, 5 pass deflections for 3 interceptions. That was in 9 games played. Not bad. I really like that. I think it's solid, and I gave him a B grade. I told you I'm really iffy on selecting back to back defensive backs. I didn't think it was a very smart idea, but it is what it is. Now, The next selection, the Jets drafted linebacker slash hybrid safety from the Florida State Seminoles, Hamza Nasrid. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I don't like butchering names. I feel like it's messed up when people butcher names. But he has really nice size. He can make the big play. And he claims that the Jets got a first-round talent in him. Hopefully that is the case, but we're gonna have to wait and see if that is true. He's very exciting though. The tape is really good. He needs to be a little quicker, but he's not that bad. I mean, his cuts, his jukes are really impressive. But if he could just get a little bit more faster, that's all I want. Now I'm gonna read his 2019 stats because his 2020 stats are just atrocious. He only played 2 games, so I'm gonna show you his 2019 stats, and that's probably why he was drafted this year. He had 101 total tackles for 61 solo tackles. He had 2 interceptions and 3 pass deflections, a fumble recovery, and that's just so impressive right there. Wow, that is really good. And he had a sack. So 11 games played. 2019, if he could replicate that and bring it into the pros, he could have a nice career with the New York Jets. He could have a really nice career with the New York Jets. He is 22 years old, 6'3", 215 pounds. I give this a B+. I think that he could be a special player on this defense. He's probably gonna make the roster. I got very high hopes on this kid. I think he could be good for us. And that leads us to our next player, the cornerback from Kentucky, another defensive back, Brandon Echols. I think that's his name. I like Echols, and I heard that, you know, he could be a nice developmental player, but I truly feel that his best place is probably on the special teams. I think he should really be on special teams. He's really elusive and fast. He could be a great special teams player for us. He's very quick and elusive, and another defensive back. It's really annoying. He's 23 years old, 5'11", 179 pounds, 4.34 40 time though, with a 42.5 vertical jump. Now his stats: he had 54 tackles, not bad for a cornerback. In 11 games, he had 2 pass deflections, and he had 1 interception this past year. That's not bad at all. I graded him a C because I don't want another defensive back that may not make the roster. I think he's a special teams guy though. Not bad. Now, with the last pick in the Jets draft class, we drafted Arkansas defensive tackle, athletic freak monster, Jonathan Marshall. I know this was an unnecessary draft pick, but there's no way you're passing up on this dude. He is a freak, an absolute freak. The way that he's built and the way that he could run so fast is just ridiculous. You cannot pass up on him. He is a clear developmental player, and he could be really good up the middle. And if they could try to, because he's a 3-4 defensive tackle. If they could, you remember he's young. He's 23 years old. If they could switch him from 3-4 to 4-3, he could maybe be special. Now he's 23 years old, as I said, 6'3", 317 pounds, and he ran a 4.75 40 time with a 36 bench press. That's ridiculous. That dude's an athletic monster. He had 35 total tackles this past year, with 19 of them being solo tackles. He had 6.5 tackles for loss, and he only had 1 sack. But as I said, this guy's developmental player, okay? He could be really good. He's just an athletic monster. There's no way you're passing up on him. I give him a C+ though, because we don't need another defensive tackle. We already have Sheldon Rankins. We already have Quinnen Williams. So it wasn't necessary, but he is a freak when it comes to athleticism. I love it. All right, if Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich, they could work with a guy like this, oh boy, he could be really good. So that in overall is going to give me an A- for the New York Jets. I give them an overall A- for this year's draft class. The reason I do that is because, you know, so many defensive backs. It would have been an A straight up or an A+, but you're giving me too many defensive backs, man. You couldn't give me a 1 edge rusher. I'm just saying. You couldn't give me 1 tight end. Now, we will be going over the undrafted free agents just very soon, but not right now. We could have drafted. We could have even drafted kicker Jose Borregales instead of, you know, allowing him to sign with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Or maybe we could have even gotten Evan McPherson. Whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. And one last remark: the New York Jets get an A- from me. Do not forget that. Keep it all above. Love you guys. See ya. Peace.